This is our collaboration design series, and today I'm going to be talking about how to collaborate well when you're not in the same room with your participants. Hi, I'm Mark Elliott, founder of CollabForge and author of Collaboration Design, a step-by-step guide to successful collaboration. So the first point that I want to make, and this goes for whether you're, say, running a video conference session or teleconference session, which are probably going to be your main approaches, prepare. Make sure that you are comfortable and confident with the software and the methods that you're going to be using. Because as you've probably experienced, as probably most of us have, those disruptions, interruptions on the front end of a session with people just trying to log in, get their systems working properly, you can waste a quarter of your time from your session just straight away doing that. And it just sets things off on a bad foot. Take the time to prepare. Get set up, do this before your session, encourage your other participants to do the same as well. Now, the next point that I'll make kind of follows on from that. It's what I call having good tech hygiene. So this means simply looking and sounding good to those whom you're working with. Now, you don't always know how you look and sound to others, so it can be important just when you're starting a session just to ask. Ask everybody just to kind of do a quick little sound test. Ask each other how you're sounding. Is it coming through loud and clear? Is the video working? Does the video feed looking good? That's a really simple thing that you can do, and it makes a really big difference. Encouraging others to speak up. If somebody's sound starts to drop out or get glitchy, that's really important, because trying to kind of push on and so, oh well, I'm just catching every other word, but I think it's making sense. It is much better to stop and just get things working properly. You'll waste a lot of time otherwise. And it just undermines people's confidence in their shared understanding they're trying to develop as you're working your way into collaboration. So another thing that you can do in terms of good tech hygiene is to just take a little time before your session starts, just to make sure as best as you can that your microphone's working well, it's placed well, you're getting a good sound or a strong signal. Also that your video feed is working well, and that what is behind you isn't distracting. A very simple plain background is completely fine, really. You just don't want kind of weird things happening behind you, people passing back and forth that can just be distracting for others. So the last point that I would make really does come down to now specifically collaboration. So when you're looking to work with each other, where you need to significantly co-create, whether that's developing shared understandings or really co-creating content, shared visions together, it's really important to think about the mediums that you are using. So you can, for most, say, video conferencing software platforms, you can share screens very easily. Now, sharing a screen might seem like, oh, we're sharing our content, but you're not necessarily, because that doesn't mean that other people can edit that content. So when we're talking about supporting, substantive co-creation, you want to create a shared pool of content, a content that others can actually access and edit in a live fashion. So now, not all, say, video conferencing software will be able to do that, and that's okay, but there's plenty of other free tools out there, like live software editing programs like Google Docs and the like. There's an increasing number of really great live editing whiteboard type of software out there available. And actually, whiteboard's a good metaphor just to keep in mind. Through our remote working session, is it possible for more than one of us just to kind of get up to the whiteboard and make a contribution? Or does somebody have to kind of shout out and somebody else is capturing that? If that's the case, that's less preferred. If you've got nothing else to work with, though, then go with that, and just say, so-and-so is going to take notes. We'll do our best to review what notes they've captured afterwards, and so everybody can make contributions if there's something missing. You can see that's a very poor substitute to genuine co-creation together. So really seek out those live editing tools as best as you can to support your collaboration when you're working remotely. So to reiterate, prepare before your session, get logged in, get familiar with the software, make sure it's working well, check in with your tech hygiene. Are you looking and sounding good? Good strong signal on the audio, nothing too distracting in the video. Really make a strong preference for using video whenever you can. Video communicates so much more than just audio. And lastly, create a shared pool of content that your participants can live edit at the same time. And as a final word on that, people won't necessarily always edit that shared pool of content, even if they can technically. You might need to encourage them to do so. So giving strong verbal encouragement for others to do so is really important. You might also send around a little quick tips sheet beforehand in terms of the technology, if the technology is tricky to use or something that people haven't even used before. So thanks for listening. This is the Collaboration Design series. And until next time, I'm Mark Elliott. See you.